Today we're going to cover the tech topics that are important for a product manager to know. I've been asked this question a lot. Many folks are concerned, can I get into product management if I don't have a tech background? Which topics should I know about? What is it important to know for the interviews? Yes, you can get into product management without a tech background. Let's go into the actual tech topics that are important. For product manager, it's not as important to be able to actually code because the company usually has exceptional engineers who can do that. Product managers rather have a few key distinct responsibilities, none of which involve coding. One of the responsibilities of the product managers is to think about the user. Another part of the responsibilities of the product manager is the vision. How do you build a vision of what should be built? How do you build a vision for the product or a series of products or features? Then finally, executing on this vision, actually building, actually bringing all the different folks and groups together in order to make meaningful progress and move a product forward. That's what a product manager's main responsibility is. To do these things, you need to be familiar with certain tech topics. You need to just understand how fundamentally tech products work, how they are built usually, what problems are faced usually with tech products, how to overcome them. Those are the key aspects. Let's get into what you should actually know to do well as a product manager in tech, without a tech background necessarily. You should have a general idea of how the internet works. You should have an understanding of data storage, the practical aspects of client and server management, and in general, how the internet works. So you should have an understanding of that. It's important for you to be able to design a system. Of course, this depends on what level product manager you are. If you're just starting out, you may want to architect a particular feature. As you progress, you may want to tie a set of features together, build the plan for what the processes actually look like. What does it look like when the entire product or the entire business operates? What happens? What information is stored? What information is sent from where to where? You should get familiar with processes, how flowcharts work, how processes can be improved, how processes can be diagrammed. All that can be extremely useful when you're talking about improving products or processes in a tech organization. Next important piece is working with data. You should get familiar about what different types of data there are, how to work with them, how to extract some sort of results from them. And this goes hand in hand in setting up experiments, trying to understand how to analyze data. So data analysis, collating qualitative and quantitative analysis, trying to make sense of it. It really, really is imperative for product managers to be comfortable with data analysis, interpretation, statistics, and the underlying structure of it all is mathematics. Math is definitely helpful. While I said you don't need to be a coder, a programmer, a software engineer, it is useful and important to understand how programming actually works. See if you can learn a language or just the concept behind coding. This will be very useful when you're building products because it will be easier to actually speak with engineers. You'll understand why a certain problem is a problem or why something can't be done a particular way. Next important aspect is understanding user interface, user experience principles. So there's certain principles about UI design, about what the user experience flow should look like at any particular stage. And it's very useful for a product manager to understand that because there's some common sets of principles that you can learn about user interface. So it helps to know the practice of what actually happens and then the theory around what are some best practices. From a tech perspective, it's also important to understand user flows and user funnels and the different stages of a product. So how does the user interact with a product? How does the user find out about the product? Engage. Understanding how different platforms work. So the different platforms where a user might interact with the product. It might be web, it might be Chrome, Safari. So understanding the different surfaces via which the user can actually interact with products. That's important. Finally, an understanding of agile product development and the software development lifecycle in general. How do tech products get built? What are the components that put them together? What are the different stages of work? What are the common problems and the pitfalls? All of these things are important because they come up. And since part of the job for product manager is execution, understanding how all of this works can set you up to do very well in a product manager tech interview, but also do very well in actually building this product. Ultimately, all of these tech concepts are aiming toward one goal, is to get you comfortable to work on a tech product, to collaborate with engineers that are actually coding and creating this product based on your specifications and hopefully the user needs. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, please make sure to smash the like button and of course subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the new videos. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. I read all the comments, so I definitely look forward to hearing to any of your questions or comments, feedback, and suggestion. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.